guys. So as you can see, I'm on a different bike. This is not the Sonic Pearl Grey 2014 Electra Glide Ultra Limited. I pulled the trigger. I got a new bike. It's not a Road King. That was the original plan. I remember that's what I told all of you. But I also said that I'm indecisive sometimes, and sometimes I can change my mind. So what I am sitting on is obviously a Road Glide for the astute viewers at home. But more specifically, it is a 2023 Road Glide ST. It's all black, but it's got the bronze accents, bronze wheels, bronze badging on the tank. This thing has about 6,000 miles on it, so it's basically a brand new bike. It's not brand new, but it's new to me. Barely has any miles. Rob and I found this online basically, and decided to pull the trigger on it. So here I am. New bike. Really excited for the things that I'm going to do to this bike. So stay tuned. This winter, gonna be doing a lot of stuff to it. I think that's going to help carry over because the Triumph is not looking too good. I know I haven't talked about Clyde in a while, but he isn't doing too good, guys. I think he's got a cracked case. So this will fulfill the inner rim. As this season winds to a close, I will definitely be uploading some Road Glide content. But yeah, so first things first, handlebars exhaust. We've already talked about this on the video a little bit, about top 5 things that everyone does to a bike. Handlebars is the most important, I think. It puts you in a more comfortable position and allows you to go longer distances without feeling fatigued. And at the end of the day, that's what riding is all about. It's about being able to actually put yourself in the saddle and go long distances. So, handlebars are number 1. I'm going with the Thrash & Supply 6.5-inch pullback with the high bend stainless bar. That is really cool. That is badass. Anyways, so that's going to be the handlebar setup. I'm going to do basically, in order to do that, I don't know if you guys know, but in order to put T-bars on a Road Glide and be able to start the damn thing after you're done, you got to get rid of this ignition switch. And in order to do that, you have to have Harley-Davidson do what they call a CVO flash, which basically kills this ignition switch and moves all the functionality to your right hand grip, which I prefer anyways. The Electric Glide, sometimes I left that on, and to me it's just kind of a useless another step that people have to do to start the bike. I prefer this anyways. So when I bought the bike yesterday and picked it up today. I had them do the CVO flash while I was there. That way I'm not making a, the dealership that I bought this bike at is a good 3.5 hours away from my house. And I didn't want to have to come back just to do a CVO flash right before I put the handlebars on. So I asked the good folks at Rattlesnake Harley-Davidson down here in Kennewick, Washington, if they could do it while I was here, and they didn't even charge me. Normally you have to pay an hour of shop time to get it done, but these guys are awesome down here at Rattlesnake, super cool about it. Not only was the process of buying the bike super painless, but they also flashed it and did a CVO flash for me, absolutely free of charge, so that's badass. But yeah, so that step is already taken care of, so now it doesn't matter. I can rip all of this off, get the Thrash & Supply top tree, the gauge relocation, the risers, the whole 9. I can do the whole thing now without worrying about my ignition. I did that first modification without even riding the damn thing. The second I got new handlebars on it, new exhaust is going on. Let me know what you guys think. If you were to put exhaust on your bike or do it all over again, what would you put on it? I am legitimately interested in knowing. So that was probably gonna get me through the winter. Handlebars and exhaust. Then time to work on the headlights. Now these headlights are amazing. They're LED, they're bright as shit, right? So, but I really like those pod lights that you see, with the amber and the white, or both of them being amber. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to switch to that. Hogworks has a really nice setup for only about 800 bucks, or you could do the Bajas for about 1,500. So double the price. Is it really double the quality? I'm not sure. Who knows? But we're going to take this one step at a time. This is going to be an awesome build series on the channel, something that I can actually do. Can't really do much with the Triumph with the cracked case, unless I can get my hands on another 73 T140V case. Doubt it. But this is more geared towards the channel anyways, being a Harley Davidson. Pretty damn excited. So yeah, here's some photos of the bike that was sent to me when I was buying it over the phone. Beautiful bike, absolutely flawless condition. The paint is immaculate. Couldn't be happier with the fit and finish of this thing. And here's some pictures of today when I picked it up. That last one is in my garage. You guys don't know this, but this is also part DeLorean, and I can travel forward in time to tell you that that last photo is in my garage. And again, this is kind of bringing up some first world problems, because now my garage is jam-packed full of motorcycles, and now I gotta figure it out. You know, I gotta figure out some solutions for that. So another really cool part about this bike that I didn't really notice until after I had bought it over the phone, sight unseen. This is, and the reason why I did that, I know I'm going to catch probably some flack in the comments section for this, but the reason why I purchased this bike sight unseen is I've had 2 Milwaukee 8s in the past. I have never had a single issue with Milwaukee 8 bikes. I have 2 friends with Milwaukee 8 motors, and they have had their bikes for extended periods of time as well, and they've never had any issues. This is also was quote-unquote certified pre-owned at the Rattlesnake Harley Davidson with only 5,800 miles on it. So not that concerned with it mechanically. Now cosmetically, I did ask for some walk-around pictures and a video of it running, you know, just in case, and everything obviously turned out fine. But the reason why I bought this sight unseen, Rushmore road glides with low miles, or really any Rushmore touring bike with low miles, is extremely hard to find anymore. I really like Rushmore. I just came from a Rushmore on the Electric Glide, but I wanted a Milwaukee 8, and I've talked about this previously on the channel. I wanted another Milwaukee 8, and I wanted it to be a bagger. The Electric Glide is and was an experiment to see if I wanted a bagger. And like I said, I do, because they're awesome. So with Rushmore 10 sets in Milwaukee 8, you're looking at, what, 3 years? 3 years of motorcycles, maybe 5 or 6, something like that. Let me think, 17 to 23, what is that? That's 5 years, 6 years? So there's 6 years of motorcycle that I wanted to pick from. I'm not a huge fan of the newer 10s. They will obviously grow on me like everything else, you know. But to me, this is classic Harley. This is the one I wanted. So now you're narrowing Harley's 100 and whatever year history down to 6 years. And then of those 6 years, you're only looking for 2 models, or 3: Street Glide, Road Glide, and Road King. And then now you've narrowed it down to 3 models. Now you're also looking for under, my line was 10,000 miles. I wanted under 10,000 miles for obvious longevity. I chew real miles on bikes, okay? I put a lot of miles down, and I wanted something that I could have for many, many years. So now you've narrowed even those 3 models down even further. And it's just getting harder and harder to find, especially ones in desirable colors like Vivid Black with the ST styling, such as the bronze wheels, bronze logo. So when Uncle Rob and I saw this bike on Rattlesnake's website, I was like, that's it, that's the bike, you know? And so called them up. They were closed on Monday, so I left a voicemail. The salesman reached back to me Tuesday morning, called me up and said, hey, saw you were interested. I said, absolutely. Is it still available? He said, yep, in fact, I'm standing right next to it. And I said, here's the deal. I want the bike. I'm not very good at negotiating. I like the price. It was, I think they were asking 23 for it, 23,000. I said, I like the price, I like the bike. Is there anything wrong with it that's not obvious in the photos, cosmetically, mechanically, what have you? He was like, no, absolutely. It's clean as hell. They detailed it for me, and they did a walk around and showed me all the bike, and couldn't be happier with folks down at Rattlesnake Harley Davidson. So yeah, obviously it's a Goldilocks bike, and I wanted it, and I was like, yep, absolutely, I'll take it. So I basically bought it over the phone, and then told them I'd be by first thing this morning to pick it up. And let me tell you, I absolutely love it. Some accoutrements that are kind of cool that I didn't notice at first. It's got Thrash and Supply foot controls and floorboards. There goes $1,000. And it also has a Saddleman step-up seat that's tuck and roll, and it has the bronze stitching to match all the rest of the stylistic choices on the bike, such as the bronze wheels and bronze Harley Davidson on the side of the tank. And that's another $700. So already I'm $2,000 up on aftermarket parts. It's things that I would have done anyways, right? Like we've talked about on this channel before. Top 5 things you want to change on a bike: handlebars, exhaust, seat, tuning or fuel mapping. I can't remember the 5th thing. I might look it up and put it in text version down here in my previous video. But yeah, so already the seat is taken care of, right? The handlebars are going to be very quickly getting taken care of, because while I do enjoy using a wheelbarrow for yard work, I do not like using a wheelbarrow while riding a Harley Davidson down the road. Exhaust definitely got to go. This is bone stock exhaust, so it's got to go. Yeah, super excited, guys. Stay tuned for some badass Road Glide content. Yeah, I'm over the moon. Another thing I'm going to do is buy a Clockworks windshield. A little bit taller, a little bit added wind protection, because, well, I don't know if you guys know, but on Saddlemans, you sit up a little higher. As you can tell, you guys can see way more of the road than my normal videos. And don't worry, I'm not going to go as tall as my previous bike, but it is going to be taller than what it currently is. But anyways, guys, thank you again so much for tuning in and watching my stuff. You guys are great. Mozak, sorry it's not a Road King, brother, but you know, it has road in the name, so it's close. But yeah, you guys take it easy. You keep the shiny side up, the rubber side down. I'll see you guys when I see you.